it's your boy, the Memphis XLR8, welcoming you back to check this out. The show would take a little bit of deck we want to take a look at. We got troll deck, rogue deck, casual deck, or meta deck, and we have ourselves a good old time. Today, everybody, we have another deck from our Discord, and it's becoming a bit of a mini special here on the Check This Out. So we have ourselves a gamble style deck. Basically, every coin flip effect in the game that doesn't involve Arcana Force. So it's a very, very casual-minded deck, but that's what the best thing about gamble style decks is that it's not about doing crazy stuff, it's about having a good time. So we're going to be heading down to EDO Pro, that Wild West Yu-Gi-Oh! We'll be showing off the combos and the wombos, the what do's, the what not do's, and have ourselves a good old time flipping coins and seeing what side they land on. So of course, big old shout out to our boy, the First Alchemist, who made this deck for us to enjoy today. So we're going to go ahead and head out into EDO Pro, show off what this deck can do, show off them wombos and combos, all the good shebang. So of course, if you want to know the whole deck profile, that'll be at the end as always. For now, we're going to head on into the action and show off what this baby can do and just have ourselves a good old time. Alrighty, everybody, our first opponent, another day, another card game. We're going to see where it's going to go today. With gamble decks, you never know where it's going to go. You know, it's all about them coin flips. It's 50-50s, what have you may. Could go all our way, could go the opponent's way. Let's see what we got. We're not going first, which is a little unfortunate because we do have things like the Tour of Doom. But we do have our Super Poly, which is like the main card in this deck for just interrupting big boards. So it's going to be an interesting one. Certainly have a very varied hand of different things, so that's pretty cool. Got ourselves good old Twin Barrel Dragon. Potential for destroying card on the board. Very nice. Good old classical fairy box, which I teched in because it's a very nice card. Got our Tour of Doom. Really nasty card. My opponent's relying on normal summons, which I don't think this guy is. This appears to be Tenyi's, although don't yet know which version. It could be Sword Soul Tenyi. I wouldn't doubt it. So that could be problematic for him, but we'll see where that's going to go. But yeah, we have Tour of Doom. We got the Dark Sanctuary for some protection. We have a lot of different things, but the main thing is, except for Super Poly, they all involve the coin flips. I was going to say card flips. No, that's Cardians. We're not playing that day. Maybe in the future, but for now, it's all about them coin flips. Just ring a ding, flip the coin, see what's going to come up. You know, I get two heads with Barrel Dragon. I can pop a card, call it right with Dark Sanctuary, negating attacks. Same thing, Fairy Box, reduce some monster attack to 0. So, all in all, I've got a lot of defense and a little bit of offense. And it's really going to depend on how hard my opponent goes into this. Because we have a nice assortment of different monsters for our Super Poly. So depending on what he's going to go into, we'll be able to make different things. I'd like to make Ace Spades. We'll see, but I don't think my opponent's going to be setting any big defensive monsters. Not likely, but you never know. Oh man, if they could only just flip down the Fishuta, that would have been great, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So yeah, my opponent's just basically doing basic Tenyi things. Nothing too crazy, but the Draco Berserker can be a problematic guy. He does banish monsters when they do their effects. So I have to be careful about that. We're going to see like both Berserkers. Just Berserker and his brother, Berserker. I think so. Alright, let's see here. Same type, same attribute. I forget, let's see, same type, different attributes. Same type, same attribute, different, okay, so that's a Garura situation, okay. Alright, I can get with a big bird. Big birds are cool, like I can deal with a big old bird, why the heck not? Alright, so he's gonna keep on going a little bit more. But unless my opponent has, like, the Tenyi trap, or not, it's a Sword Soul trap, the one with the, for the worms. That could be a problem, but we'll see how it's gonna go. Alright, so now it's finally our turn. Let's see. Ooh, another Twin Barrel Dragon. That's gonna be very useful later. Absolutely. So let me think about this one. I'm going to normal summon. I mean, I really don't want to Super Poly this gentleman, but I kind of don't have any other options here. I kind of have to do this. So let's go ahead and go Garura. I can make the Starving Venom, but this is my lucky bird, so I'll take it. And we'll summon our Twin Barrel Dragon and attempt to pop that face down. Come on, double heads. Never works. This never works for me, but hey, it's there. So let's just attack with both our monsters. Ultimately, this deck is very simplistic what it wants to end goal. Just flip some coins, get them to go off when we can, and if we can't, deal with it. You know, that's what you gotta do. So, we'll do a good heck of a lot of damage. That is a good chunk of my opponent's life points, and hey, I got Dark Sanctuary to follow up, so I think we're all set. I think so. I mean, what can my opponent do? Unless this is evenly matched, which thankfully it wasn't. Can you imagine if that had been evenly matched? That would have been good. It wouldn't have been too bad, but it wouldn't have been too good either. Alright, so nowhere near done. My opponent's got their lucky golden dragon. So, gonna have to deal with the lucky gold dragon. Going into another monk, I would assume. Yeah, good old monk of Tenyi. And he's got all these. Well, he's only got like a shoot, I think. Let's see. Oh, let's forget which. Ah, there it is. So yeah, he's got Vishuda. That's about it. So we can spin one of my cards back to my hand. So what are you going to hit? Ah, the Dark Sanctuary, of course. Gotta be scared of that Dark Sanctuary. It's a big spooky place. Gonna be very spooked by it. But that's okay. This is why we run Fairy Box. In case we lose the Dark Sanctuary. A little bit of extra protection. So this is gonna summon another monster. Let's see. Who would you go for in this situation? That's a hard one. Sathana, perhaps? Maybe Nahada? Could be Mapura, the red one. Hard to say. He can summon any Tenyi monster from the deck. I was also going to think that maybe he could go for, what's it, this one. Okay, no, he's going for Sathana. Okay. Little bit of follow-up. That's smart. That's smart. In case my monster, or his monsters get destroyed, then they're going to be able to recover from that. But that's okay. It's fine by me. I mean, what are they going to do? Going for another Monk of Tenyi? Probably. I mean, this is nice that we are just playing like a very casual thing. Like I said in the beginning, this is a very casual-minded deck. You know, my opponent was playing like full-blown Horus or something. We would have a terrible time of it. If my opponent was playing some sort of 20-minute combo deck, not going to have a good time. So having this nice slow back and forth is definitely what we want to see. So, oh, Draco Master. Oh, boy. Let's see. Control effect monsters. Destroy effect monsters up to the number of non-effect monsters. Oh, boy. No, my effect monsters. But my lucky bird will draw me a lucky card. Hey, that's pretty good. That's actually what I was hoping for. Oh my god, that's what works for me. All right. So came from a battle with an effect monster. Okay. Fairy Box. Go fairies. I remember when this was used in the anime, like the monsters would become the whack-a-moles. I guess that's what it would happen. Am I the whack-a-mole now? I would assume so. But yeah, I thought Tails never fails. I thought Tails never failed, but it's okay. I have plenty of life points. It is all good. I guess he managed to hit the mole on the head there. Alright, what's going on here? It's got something. They got something. It's not Nahada, right? No. Wouldn't be Nahada. So this has to be something you could play with battling. Tricky indeed. Alright, now it's our... Ooh, Tour of Doom is back. Okay, this is a very... It's an interesting card, Tour of Doom. It does have the ability to stop certain decks because your opponent won't be able to normal or flip summon. But it really depends on what you're up against. So we'll see. We'll go for our Dark Sanctuary so we can double up on our defense. And let me think about this. Yeah, I think that'll work. Alright, once again, we're going to activate the Twin Barrel Dragon. See if our boy can win us of a victory here. So we'll attempt to destroy Draco Master, just to, you know, do that sort of thing. Come on, baby. Come on. 2 heads, 2 heads, 2 heads, 2 heads, 2 heads. Aw. It's always worth a try. Alright. So that didn't quite work, but that's okay. Let's... So he's already used Vishuda. But he's got Nahada and Sathana. But the Sathana doesn't work on... Face up non... Okay, that's a non-effect monster. That's true. Okay, you know what? I'm going to end my turn. I'm going to leave it to Lady Luck and see where this is going to go. So, standby phase will activate the Tour of Doom just to give it a shot. So we're going to toss that coin. It's a tail, so I can't normal summon or flip during my next turn. But that's the trade-off. You have to do it. Okay, Vessel of the Durgan Cycle. Okay. Thankfully, again, this has an effect. It's a weird Tenyi monster when you think about it. You know, the Shaman has an effect. This thing has an effect. The Berserker has an effect. But Tenyis don't like to have effect monsters. It's a weird thing. So, let's see. Summoning another Tenyi from the deck. But he has to have a non-effect monster. That's the thing. That is the ultimate trick of this one. So, let me think about where I'm going to go this turn. Because I can't normal summon, but you know what I can do? I can attack summon. So here's what we're going to do. Twin Barrel Dragon into our boy Desperado Barrel Dragon. And now in the battle phase, unless something bad happens, which could happen, fully possible, okay, we're going to activate Desperado's effect. Toss 3 coins. We need at least 1 heads. We got 2 heads. Yep. We're gonna pop that monster of his. Very nice. All right, I can't attack the turn I do that, but we've regained control of the duel. We have regained it. It all depends on what happens next. Now, come on, baby, get me a heads. Oh. Never works when you want it to. This is why Arcana Force rejects you, Tour of Doom. This is why you're not part of the archetype. Alright. So I don't get I don't get the summon stuff. It's very sad. But thankfully, he has to control at least a monster to use these Tenyi cards. So without a monster, he can't do nothing. I'm just really concerned what that set card is. Ooh, Lucky Chance. That will be very useful if I get into some of my other coin flippy dudes. I'll take it. Alright, just keep paying for Fairy Box. Never don't. Never don't pay for Fairy Box. That would just be rude. Gotta keep the duel nice and even Steven now. So let's go ahead and hit my opponent with big old Desperado Dragon. I could toss coins for his effect, but that would be silly. So we'll be good here. It all just depends. If my opponent can draw... Well, that's the thing. Actually, now that I think about it. If this is pure Tenyis, Tour of Doom doesn't really help me at all. Actually, this is more detrimental than anything. In this particular, because if he has no monsters, he can just special summon these Tenyi spirits. So, yeah, Tour of Doom. Tour of Doom. It's a funny card against, like, Fluanderies, but maybe not against this. Maybe not this one. But they're down to 500 life points, so that's good. I've got Dark Sanctuary Fairy Box combo going. I got Desperado Dragon. And yes, I am forced to use Tour of Doom. That's just kind of the problem right now. I'm kind of forced to do this. But my opponent surrenders. Okay. Was not expecting them to surrender, but I guess they didn't draw a monster. So, Lady Luck was on our side with that duel. We got everything we needed to do. Desperado Dragon came in for the win. Epic clutch right there. That Draco Master was a scary dude. I was low-key just a little worried there, but thankfully Desperado was able to come out. We were able to flip our coins and do our thing, and even though Tour of Doom was not helpful, it was still kind of neat to have it on the board. So good for us. Proof of concept established. That's how this deck is planning to do. So let's go ahead for duel number 2. Show off more what this deck can do. We have a whole bunch of coin flips to do, and only so much time to get it all done in. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Hopefully the audio is doing, but I my Streamlabs just always wants to change my audio settings. I don't know why, but yeah. Luck has not been on our side for going first checker thus far. That part I'm a little iff about. We'll see how this is gonna go. Cyberdax, you say? Oh, that would have been perfect for... Of course, the second duel, we're up against an opponent that's perfect for Tour of Doom. Of course. You know, that just happened. You know, it happens sometimes. Oh, boy. Cyber Dragons. I don't know if I can stop Cyber Dragons. We'll see. Okay, that'll summon out Chimera. Let's let you get Power Bond. Okay. Neato. You already had Power Bond. Just deck. Okay, just deck setting. Okay, I was about to say why. The answer? Because. Okay. So my opponent's doing his Cyber Dark combos, or at least getting started with them. I don't remember all my Cyber Dark, Cyber Dragon combos. Maybe he has everything he ever wanted, but considering he's waiting this long, I'm gonna assume they don't, and that I at least have a chance to do something. We shall see. It's all gonna depend on how Sasuke Samurai number 4 gonna go. Okay, here we go. So Dragon Seeger. Alright, Seeger is a nasty dude. We'll see. Samurai Sasuke, you're my only hope here, I think. With this hand, I would definitely say Sasuke, he's my hope here. Because he can beat anybody. So long as the coin flips are right. Go for it, Sasuke Samurai. Attack into Seeger. Alright, so I just need to call my coin flips right. Let's go ahead for Tails. I feel that this time Tails is gonna work. Tails will work. You just gotta keep flipping those coins, man. Dang it! I knew it was gonna be heads. Alright, well that's not good. That's not good at all. Alright. Well, one good thing is Seeger can only do so much damage. So let's go ahead and add our Tour of Doom, because that's worked so well for us so far. That has worked so well for us so far. This is the joy and the sorrow of the gamble deck. It's like half the you get the coin flips you. I mean, that is why we play things like the second coin toss. But this is a 60 card deck. It's not like we can get it all the time. What is this? Oh, it's Sales Ban. I've heard of this. Clear card name. For the rest of this turn, your opponent can activate cards with affected cards with the same original name as said card. The restrictions apply to you, but the rest of the duel instead. Okay, cool. What are they? Okay. Why on earth did you pick that card? I don't get it. I guess they're really, really scared of K9. I don't know. I have seen the K9s. I've never played them, so I have no idea why they picked that card. I guess there's a reason for it, but I couldn't tell you. All right, so Power Bond going into good old Rampage Dragon. Yeah, this is gonna be game right here. Unfortunate, the coins did not flip the way we wanted them to. So there's really nothing I can do there, because let's see. Oh wait, he didn't do the additional attack thing, did he? No, he didn't. Are you underestimating me, sir? That's not okay. Alright, now you're in trouble. Now I got second coin this time. Oh wait, I can't set. I can't. Like I said, that's how gamble decks are. Sometimes, you know, you get the good coin tosses, you get the bad coin tosses. Tour of Doom. I want Tour of Doom to work so bad. I want to go up against an opponent who like needs their normal summons, and I lock them out with this card, because that would be great. But so far, all it's done is hurt me. And then of course Sasuke doesn't want to do his thing either. Coin flips, my one true weakness. Like one true weakness of mine is just coin flipping. Alright, regardless, let's see what this guy does for this turn. I assume now he'll go for Rampage's effect, right? Yeah, now he'll do it. Yeah, now he'll do it. Yeah, now he's gonna ditch a couple light machines and gain those extra attacks, and that's gonna be a game right there. But it could have been an OTK. I will say, the Cyber Dragon player, no offense, my brother, but you didn't OTK. You have done disservice to Cyber Dragons. But regardless of that, you know, we'll take our loss here. We'll go ahead for a third duel, maybe even a fourth duel. We'll see how it goes for time-wise. I don't want to take all day for it, because there's only so many coin flips we can do. But let's go ahead into... let's just go ahead and skip into the third duel, because I feel like this guy's going to style on me a little bit. Alright, our third opponent, the fight in the third. Let's go into it. Paper. Okay, I was predicting my opponent, therefore rock. Alright, look might be running that low for me, but you know what? Our opening hand's actually not too bad. I just wish I was going first again, but we'll see how this is gonna go. Branded. I mean, I've just seen branded one too many times to care. It's like, it's cool and all, but I'm not like a huge fan of this. But you know what? I got Fairy Box. We're gonna teach this guy a lesson. He's gonna be like, I summon big honky-chonk dragon in attack mode, and I'm gonna be like, I chain Fairy Box, and they're gonna be like, huh? What's that supposed to mean? What even is that? Okay, so do I even need to explain what my opponent's doing? Anyway, let's look at our hand. We got Fairy Box, of course. We got our second coin toss. We got our Sasuke to redeem himself. Our Twin Barrel Dragon. I want to get its effect off so bad. And then we have our Cauldron of the Old Man. You know, gambling is a thirsty work. Not that I would know, I'm not a gambler, but if I was a gambler, I would potentially want to drink whatever this dude is cooking, because it lets me gain back life points, burn my opponent, whatever I need to do. In the case of having Fairy Box, definitely want to regain some life points. So, now the question is, what dragon will you end on? Will it be Ice Blade or worse? Hard to say. It will be Ice Jade Man. Okay. Well, luckily that's not like the worst thing in the world, but it's not like great either. So yeah, he just could get branded fusion. What was the point of limiting this card when it's so easy to just get the darn thing back? Please explain this to me. All right, regardless of this, Lebellion Dragon, whatever, he's on the board too. Bithilth, branded, regained. Well, you certainly have all of these things up there. Against my silly little deck, we'll give it our shot. You know, we'll put up our best effort here. You never know. Things could go right first. Let's see. So this is going to set him the Blazing Branded King. Negate the face of all face cards currently on the field. Well, that's just a dick move. That's just kind of a dick move, but that's okay. Second coin toss. I will stick to my guns, sir, regardless of you trying to stop literally everything I try to do here. Alright, the question now being, what do we go for next? You know what? Twin Barrel Dragon. Go forth, Dragon. Okay, let's think. What are we going to hit here? You know what? I will not fear your Mirror Jade Dragon. I will make you fear me. Okay, see? He was scared. He was terrified. Absolutely terrified of what was going to happen, but that's what I was expecting from some silly little branded player, to be scared little baby. Regardless, let's go ahead and take a sip from the cauldron of the old man. I still don't know what he's serving, but I will drink it nevertheless. We'll set up our Fairy Box, we'll set up our Paths of the Destiny, and if I had Desperado, I would crash, but I don't, so I'm just gonna have to end of my turn right now. So I assume, yeah, you're gonna Mirror Jade on my turn. Big surprise there. All right. I assume you're gonna send something like Titanic Clad or something like that, so you can do even more. Oh, yep. Actually, it's Brigrand. I always thought his name was Brigand, but okay, his name is Brigrand. Brigrand. That's his name. So what does this do again? Summon a Tri-Brigade or a Fallen of Elbaf, or get Bird. Let's see. Send this card to get the just everything about Branded, just nothing but negates. It's not a very cute deck. I'm just gonna say that. But you know what? Paths of Destiny. Stop that. Yay? No. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, that's what we like to see. Burnt my opponent and gained some life points too. All right. So you know what? Fairy Box. Fairy Box. Alright, Tails. Yeah, got it. Alright. We stopped one attack. Can we stop the second? Actually, can't this not attack or something? No, let's see. Banish a monster. This card use the rest of the turn. Okay, we're good. See, look at this dude. He's got his big fancy branded monster. He's scared to attack under Fairy Box. Weakness. Truly. All right. Well, regardless of all my smack talk, let's see what he's gonna summon another fusion here. Get back to Lebellion, and I assume now he's gonna go for a Red Eyes Dragoon, which will pretty much spell the end of all my hopes and dreams. Which is just I just don't care for Red Eyes Dragoon. I don't care for him anymore. It was cute and funny back in the day when you could combine with Ojamas and Mystic Mine and really screw with people. Now it's just hacky. Alright, so where is he? Oh no! It strikes Depelia. Okay. I apologize for my assumption. Alright. You're playing this after fusioning? Are you underestimating me, sir? I think they're underestimating me. Let's see. Take face up. These only work on monsters, though. See, if I get my field spell, this dude is absolutely schmeckledorfed. He'll have no idea what to do with himself. He's completely set up to stopping monsters. But they realize, oh, hello. Alright, so we'll pay our 500-point maintenance fee. As we do, we'll gain ourselves another counter. And my opponent rage quits! Possibly, or their internet actually died, but Lady Luck says that technically counts. Ah! I don't. That was that a legit loss of connection? There's no way they rage quit at that. Did they actually rage quit? Are you that much of a? Oh, just didn't want to have fun. I was about to drop the gambler a legend too. All right, well, regardless, that's unfortunately all the time we have for duels today, but you get an idea what this deck is about, and honestly, it's not going to get any more insane than that. So let's go ahead for the end screen, and we'll talk more about this deck here. Alrighty, everybody, so our 60-card Super Gambler deck alarmingly did 2 out of 3 wins, which is way higher than I was expecting them to do. I was actually going to be very happy with just getting the 1 win today, but that's, you know, luck was on our side. Ironically, unironically, however you want to put it, we flipped our coins, did our monsters. We didn't even go through like all the crazy stuff this deck can do. It's crazy, but you know, when you only have so much time in a day to duel, that's sometimes what happens. But regardless of which, we got to do what we wanted to do. We flipped our coins, we did what we wanted to do. We didn't focus on negating my opponent or anything like that, unless you count Turp Doom, but that never worked for us, so there you go. So we got to do what we wanted to do, and we had ourselves a good time doing it, and I'm happy with it. So if y'all enjoyed this as well, don't forget to hit up all the good buttons below, the likes if you liked it, the comments to let me know what you think about Gamble decks. Subscribe if you're new, as always. And next time we're looking at another Discord deck that we got sent in, again by Mr. Alchemist. And we're taking a look at Pure Shaddolls, which I swear will not just be Winda. Okay? If it is all Winda, call me out on it. Okay? Just do it. So here's the deck profile for our Super Gambler deck. Have yourself a good time with it. Just find your buddies, play this deck out, and just have a good time playing with, play between 2 people. Flip some coins. Have a good time. That's what this game's supposed to be about. So, our deck, 3 copies. Desperado Barrel Dragon as our main big boss monster. We have 3 each of Barrel Dragon and Blowback Dragon, despite not having too much to fuse them with, but we have them. We have 3 copies of Misjudge, which has a monster effect negation. 2 copies of Twin Barrel Dragon, who sadly never got to use his effect, but that's okay, but we have him. 3 copies of Sasuke Samurai number 4, who can beat over anybody, so long as I flip those coins right. We have ourselves 3 Gamblers of Legend, which has a lot of different effects depending on the number of heads you get with this card, and it was about to go off. It was going to go off, I swear. 3 copies of the Goddess of the Two Sides, which is our main searcher in the deck. It searches any monster with a coin flip effect, and you can toss a coin, either doubling the attack of Goddess of Wind, or ditching all your monsters and drawing yourself another card. Depending on what you're doing, either effect will work for you. 3 copies of the Sand Gambler, much like the Gambler of Legend, has a nuke effect, but its primary goal in this deck is to be as many coin flips as possible, as you'll see in a minute. Of course, we have the 3 Time Wizards. Good old Time Wizard, Time Magic. Destroy all my opponent's monsters if I call that coin right, or nuke myself and take damage, whatever happens first. And I went ahead and sided in the Batan Bats from the side deck, because it's nice to have a card that's kind of like a loose interrupt of my opponent. Up to thrice per turn, my opponent summons stuff. I can potentially flip them face down. As long as I'm flipping tails with that effect, it's pretty useful. We have 3 Super Polys as our main interrupt of my opponent's board. 3 copies Second Coin Toss, so I can redo certain effects. 3 copies of the College of the Old Man, so I get some of that sip. Whatever he's selling, I want to be sipping it. We have our 3 copies of the Dark Sanctuary for protection. 3 copies of Paths of Destiny to burn my opponent and heal myself, if we're lucky, of course. 2 copies Fairy Box. I think 2 is plenty. You could go for 3 if you'd like, but 2 works. 2 works. Just keeps yourself protected. 3 copies Lucky Punch. This is a very important card in this deck for our most important trap we'll get to in a second. Basically, my opponent attacks me. I toss 3 coins. If I get 3 heads, I'll draw 3 cards. If I throw 3 tails, I pretty much lose there, because then Lucky Punch deals 6,000 points of damage to me, so that's a thing. But most importantly, we have Proton Blast. Basically, once per turn, card effect activates and resolves that involves coin tossing. For every heads, a different effect will apply with Proton Blast. I can deal 500 damage, destroy an opponent's card, or look at a card in their hand and discard a card from said hand. It's very, very good in this deck, and it's also really good in the graveyard, because I can just banish it when I do a coin flip effect, and then all results will be heads. So I can make, Desperado get 3 heads. I can make Lucky Punch get me 3 heads. I can make Gambler of Legend or Sand Gambler 3 heads. Probably could have thrown in, if I was to rebuild this deck, I would definitely thrown in, Foolish Goods definitely in this deck for this, but that's what Mr. Alchemist wanted us to play, and so You know, we got our Proton Blast. When it goes off, it's absolutely insane in this deck. We, of course, have our much maligned Tour of Doom. It's really good against Fluwandrees, but maybe not a lot of other decks. But if your opponents rely on normal summons and your luck is on your side, this card can save your butt. And then lastly, a single copy of the Lucky Chance, our lucky coin, featuring our boy Winged Karibo. Monster effect activated once per turn that involves once per chain actually, that involves a coin toss call, and if I am matching the coin toss result of the monster, I can draw an additional card, so that's pretty useful. As for the extra deck, it's all super poly targets for various things. We have things like our, let's see, Mud Dragon of the Swamp, Intis, Panzer Dragon, Time Wizard of Tomorrow, good old Garura, Blazing Bombardment Beast, Dynatank, Ace of Spades, Speculation, Gatlin Dragon, Guilty Gear Freed, Starving Venom, Blaze Phoenix, Mysterian the Dragon Crown, Full Load Fusion Dragon, and Treasure Trap Baratum. Like I said, various different cards. They're all in here for the purpose of super polying, except for Gatling Dragon, which is the actual fusion between Barrel and Blowback. But like I said, it's very hard to make that in this particular build, but it's what we have. You know, if what's on our side, it's always possible. So as for the side deck, a couple things here if you want to burn your opponent more. There's things like Abad Ushioni, which is just straight up a burn card. Things like Skull Invitation, a poison to any combo player. We have things like Goddess of Whim, which can double its own attack if you flip them coins. It also works well with our Lucky Chance as well. We of course have the classical Gamble Trap card, which can save your butt if you run out of cards in the hand, but you don't want to rely on this thing too much. But you know, if you want to tech in a copy, go right ahead. And of course we have another copy of Fairy Box if you find you need the darn thing. So that was the deck, everybody. I hope you very much enjoyed it. I had a blast playing a gamble deck, even though it wasn't like my flavor. I personally prefer to like combine the coin flips and the dice, but maybe we'll do one of our own in the future. That'd be cool. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you very much enjoyed it, and until next time, y'all stay safe, stay happy, gamble responsibly, and you have a good one.